Hello and welcome to the Tarot Storyteller. This is a new YouTube channel I've created solely for tarot readings. My name is Elle and I'm one half of the core team of the Collective Energy channel. I talk about creativity and spirituality with my dear friend Saphira over there, and I've included the link in the description box below. As a reader, I'm looking for a story in the cards and then looking for some sort of resonance or empathy that helps me evaluate my personal life and current situation. This is a natural process that happens with all art. We find pieces of ourselves and our experiences in scenes, characters, and lyrics and make an emotional connection with the work. And that is our aim here today. Well, that and we just want to have a good time. Today's video is a series of general zodiac-based readings for the month of April 2021 for the water signs Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I will put timestamps in the description box below. I tried to keep these succinct so you can explore your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, and frankly any other sign you're keen to watch. I will be releasing Fire and Earth Wednesday, March 24th, and Air and Water Friday, March 26th. If you enjoy this reading, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave those below. I'm a new channel, so I'm likely to respond rather promptly. Okay, let's get into the reading. Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your general reading for the month of April 2021. This is a chill channel, and I hope to entertain everyone, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus Cancer folks, cross watchers, and anyone bored enough to just watch an entire tarot video through. Alright, so let's go. The Lenormand card for the month is the Key. The Key talks about a specific component or idea that is introduced to you or uncovered in your life that will become an integral part of your understanding of yourself and your path forward. This was also the Lenormand card for Taurus, if that happens to also be in your chart. And speaking of Taurus, in the recent past position, we open with the Hierophant card, clarified by the Six of Emotions or Six of Cups in reverse. What's interesting about these energies is that the Six in reverse can indicate living in or being caught up in a past energy, where the Hierophant can indicate sticking to tradition or conforming to societal norms. In this context, it feels as if you're stuck in some sort of past trauma and we're either not working through it or perhaps we're unable to work through it. But as we move into the current energy, we see the Six of Wands breakthrough, clarified by the Ace of Materials or Ace of Pentacles, which in context seems like mental progress paired with an opportunity to ground something or bring something into the tangible world. This could be a relationship that pulled you out of those past energies or a project that helped you work through them. Whatever it is, the opportunity to ground still seems to be on the table, but in the near future, we have the Seven of Swords clarified by the Ace of Voices or Ace of Swords in reverse. And in this, there's a feeling of trying to come up with a strategy to avoid telling the truth about a situation. And I feel like this is coming in as more warning than advice. It feels like there is so much strategy here that you're missing the key to the situation. And that key is your healing, your emotions, your truth. You may feel like you're engaging in this strategic thinking because you're trying to protect the progress you're making against this past energy, but realize that the situation, the opportunity at hand, the one you're trying to protect yourself from, seems to be the very same thing that brought you out of the stagnation. So you're locking yourself away from the person, project, or situation that caused the breakthrough to begin with. And while I understand wanting to keep yourself safe, dishonesty with yourself and with anyone else involved in the situation is just as likely to send you slamming back into that bad, stuck energy. So, in my opinion, if a project or relationship is helping you or has helped you work through stagnant energy, you should honor it accordingly. Anyway, that is what I have for you for this month, Cancer. Again, feel free to check into your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I'll have a short read for each, with Fire and Earth coming out Wednesday, March 24th, and Air and Water coming out Friday, March 26th. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your general reading for the month of April 2021. This is a chill channel, and I really hope to entertain everyone, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, Scorpio folks, cross watchers, and anyone bored enough to just watch an entire tarot video through. So let's go. The Lenormand card for this month is the Cross, which is a particularly heavy energy. It often stands for suffering or carrying a burden. There is actually a song called The Cross by Within Temptation that has the vibe I'm thinking of. but I don't want to dig too deep into this card before we really look into the tarot. In the recent past, we have the Eight of Wands clarified by the Two of Emotions or Two of Cups. This feels like a whirlwind romance, but if you're not looking for a romantic reading, it could have just been a really great trip. Travel that made you feel as if you'd found another part of yourself. I had a trip like that right before everything locked down, and I know there was almost a feeling of shock when I came home and had to settle back into my life. If it's not a relationship and it's not a trip, it could just be a lot of movement or conversation with someone that really resonated with you and made you feel like you just found another part of yourself. Now, I definitely see that contemplative feeling with the High Priestess here in the middle column in the current energy here. And with the Priestess clarified with the Nine of Materials or Nine of Pentacles, there are really two ways that this read could go depending on if we're looking at the romantic meaning or not. So I'm going to split them. If we are looking at that romantic reading, I would say there was something about this that just intuitively felt off. And instead of really digging into it at the time, you withdrew and decided it was safer to simply stay within your own personal power. The Nine of Pentacles is a very independent energy, as is the High Priestess. So if we're keeping it unromantic and we're just going completely platonic, this could be more of a period of processing what you learned during whatever the period of movement or the trip was, and just slowly applying those lessons to your day-to-day life to keep this thriving, independent energy going. Regardless, when we consider that cross energy, this feeling of burden, it makes me feel as if this processing period here, this current energy, is maybe a bit lonely or difficult. And while you're learning and thriving in many ways, you feel as if something's missing. Perhaps the excitement you felt in the movement or in the relationship. So in the near future, an offer is coming that includes reunion and celebration. In a purely platonic read, this could be that in your work, you're processing all of this heavy energy and you've created something worth celebrating. A work of art or a business you're about to launch, whatever it may be, a material new beginning is on the horizon. If we shift back into that romantic storyline, a gift or offer can bring a chance for this love to come back into play. And should you choose to accept it, you can go from there. Perhaps the cross was not being able to accept that love in the past and having to sit with the uncomfortable energies of knowing you passed up a romance with a true counterpart. But even if that's so, the future energies promise some sort of regeneration in the situation. And if this resonates, I really hope that happens for you. Anyway, that is what I have for you this month, Scorpio. Feel free to check into your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I'll have a short read for each with Fire and Earth coming out Wednesday, March 24th, and Air and Water coming out Friday, March 26th. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Hello Pisces, and welcome to your general reading for the month of April 2021. This is a chill channel and I hope to entertain everyone, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus Pisces folks, cross watchers, and just anyone bored enough to watch through an entire tarot video. So let's just go. The Lenormand card for the month is the Birds, which has a bit of flexibility in meaning, but the energy is that of a chattering flock of birds, a lot of anxiety and noise. This is the same Lenormand card that I drew for Libra, so if you're interested in watching that one, go for it. But let's look at the tarot before we dig a little further. In the recent past, we have the Ace of Swords clarified by the Muse of Inspiration or the King of Wands. There was a truth revealed that kind of set you on fire. The King of Wands is a passionate, creative energy, so it's possible that there was something revealed about your career or love life that really inspired you to move forward with some direction, and you felt a lot of power in doing so. So when we get to the current energies, we have the Lovers clarified by the Ten of Emotions or Ten of Cups in reverse. Now, the Lovers can represent a real counterpart relationship or an opportunity to be in such a relationship if we're looking at it from a romantic perspective. But the Ten of Cups in reverse could mean that even though it has potential, it's just not getting off the ground as you would have hoped. But also, the Lovers is a Gemini card, and so there's a lot of duality on the table here. And on a basic level, it can represent a choice. From this perspective, it could simply be that a choice either has been made and the outcome was emotional discord, or that the inability to make a choice has caused you to feel really emotionally depleted. especially again with that bird's energy coming in. Perhaps there's so much anxiety around making this choice that you aren't even in the headspace to make it anymore because all of your cups are empty, right? So in the near future, we have the Seven of Wands clarified by the Hierophant, which on face value, I see as standing up for the status quo, or standing up to just like keeping on. But it could also be finally making a decision on whatever is stuck in the current energy, but integrating a more spiritual level of understanding. Because that 7 can also just simply stand for having high ground or being in a good position to make your move. And if you're not a spiritual person and you don't want the spiritual side of that Hierophant, it could just simply mean moving forward in what feels healthiest to you. The presence of the Hierophant always slightly irritates me in readings because he can often stand for conformity and making choices based on tradition, which is just rarely fulfilling to people, and only you know what makes you truly happy. We're all doing this life thing off the cuff and creating ourselves as we go, so while people can share their experiences with their lives and we can resonate, nobody, and really no tradition, knows what will truly fulfill us as individuals. If nothing else, I take this Seven of Wands energy and marry it to the more meditative, contemplative side of the Hierophant and move with a purpose that's created out of a strong knowing of who you are and what you want in life. Now that is really something worth standing up for. So let me loop the birds back into this more cohesively. The anxiety feeling, the constant chattering, perhaps there's outside opinions that are holding you back from making the decision that we see in the center of this reading. Again, if that's the case, I really can't help but warn again that it's you that has to live with your decision. I definitely have a situation in my life where all of my friends have very strong opinions and let me know. And they're well-meaning. They love me and don't like seeing me hurt, but they don't have to live in my head. So while I appreciate their concern, my decisions come from me. My advice here and always boils down to being true to yourself and never holding back on sending love out into the world. I've been hurt so many times personally and continue to hurt myself with this philosophy, but I also don't feel alive any other way. If you're looking for a more prudent, calculating reader, you should probably keep looking. It's all foolish romanticism here. Anyway, that's what I have for you for this month, Pisces. Again, feel free to check into your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. I'll have a short read for each with fire and earth coming out Wednesday, March 24th, and air and water coming out Friday, March 26th. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Hi there, and welcome to the end of the video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, again, I'd like to ask you to consider clicking the like button below and subscribing. I hope to be putting out at least a video a week on this channel going forward, and hope to do both pick a card readings and zodiac-based general readings like this one. So I used 3 decks in this reading. The first, the Art Nouveau Lenormand deck, served as the oracle. Lenormand decks have a rich symbolism that really lights up when used in portraits or tableaus, but can greatly enrich a general tarot reading like this one. I love the art on this particular deck and would definitely recommend it. Then I use the Tarot Mucha and the Muse Tarot. The Tarot Mucha is based on the art of Art Nouveau master Alphonse Mucha, where the Muse Tarot is just a very stylized, mixed media feeling deck. But the general palette of both decks, I think, works really well together, and so that's why I used them in this video. Alright, so this is the actual end of the video, and if you're still watching, thanks so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.